How's it going, everybody? What is up? Moses here, and today I'd like to talk with you about POE.trade. A very nice tool that will help you, to manage basically everything when it comes to your trading. So let's get started. So I want to talk about two things. First of all, the actual trade tool, and then the second is the currency market. So the trade tool is there to help you buy items, search for items that you need, and also to price check and tag items that you sell in your premium stash tab. So quick word about the premium stash tabs. I got a trading tab right here. All of these tabs, once you can, you got your premium stash tab, you can make them public, you can set a price on all items, or you can tag items individually. Pretty easy stuff. But yeah, the idea is you have to have a premium stash tab. If you don't have it, then you can't, well, you can't sell your stuff on POE.trade basically. Because this will be the only case in which you can tag an item with a price, and then it's linked to your POE.trade, and so that people can see it. Okay, so let's say you found an item. Okay, you went and you found this item right here. It's a Bramble Star Cobalt Jewel, 7% increased maximum life, minions increased damage, and you got 8 to strength and intelligence. So you're going to be looking for POE.trade. You're going to be going to your tool and you're going to be searching a jewel. Okay, what type of jewel is then going to show? Cobalt, Crimson, Prismatic, or Viridian, but you're not going to be searching for type, because then it's going to what base, because then it's going to limit you. It's going to narrow the search field, and there might be, in this case there's not gonna be, but there might be on other cases jewels of different bases that will have similar results. So you don't want to narrow your search. You want to see which jewels are out there and what they are worth. So minions deal increased damage. There you go. We got increased maximum life, and we got strength and intelligence. Now here for strength and intelligence, you can write strength and intelligence like that, right? But there's also another way to do it. You can also write to all attributes. Now I'm going to explain. Okay, so you can use the total to all attributes mod, and that will give you a better idea of like what's going on in the market. Sure, your jewel might have strength and intelligence, but you want to be as general as you can. Okay, you can't be too specific, because in Path of Exile, the itemization, there's like a bunch of rare items with very specific mods, and you don't want to insert all in a very specific manner, because again it's going to narrow your search and it's not going to give you a clear picture of how much the item is worth. So we're going to put to all attributes total. Okay, and now we're not going to put in any values. We're just gonna want to search, and we want to see. Okay, so currently there's only one. Okay, so there's only one right now, and it's 125. The reason is because for this particular meta, there's a lot of like life is a big deal, and also minion damage is kind of a big deal. A lot of people play animate weapon, skeletons, and summon raging spirit like myself, and right, so they need they need these stats. They need the minion damage and they need the life. And also, in this particular case, life and minion damage are both prefixes, so it is extremely hard to get both of them on a cobalt jewel, which makes that particular jewel extremely rare and also extremely expensive. If we're going to remove to all attributes, we're going to have a clearer picture of minion damage and life, and then we're going to start looking and we're going to start see that these are about 50 chaos and of course 60 chaos maybe. Now of course the minion damage, to all attributes or strength and intelligence do matter, and they matter a lot, but you know, a jewel like that might be worth about 100 chaos, about 110 chaos, something like that. So we're going to be pricing that if we would like to sell it. So that's where it comes to selling an item. Let's also take another example. Let's look at this ring, for example. Okay, I priced it for 13. I don't know why, but let's check. Maybe it's a little bit old, and maybe I need to refresh that price. So let's take a look at that. This ring overall has, well, it has energy shield. Energy shield is kind of out of the meta, but whoever will run an energy shield build, this ring is probably going to be very good for them, because it has 47 to energy shield, 51 is maximum roll. So this is like a tier 1 energy shield roll, and it also has stats, right? It has dexterity. Life doesn't matter, right? Because it's only 30. So we're selling this for somebody that wants to play an energy shield build, not a life build. So this is kind of a weird example, the ring that I picked, but whatever. It has 16 fire and lightning resist, it has 9 to all resist, it has 22 to fire resist, and it has 47 max energy shield and 32 to dex, basically with physical damage to attacks. Okay, so we're going to be looking for something like this. Every time we have resistances on a ring or on an item, belt, gloves, whatever, we're always not going to be wanting to write exactly 16 to fire and lightning, you know, 22 to fire, 9 to all resist. No, what we want to do is we want to sum up the total elemental resistance of the item that we want to sell or to buy to get another time a clear idea of how much similar items are worth. So let's take a look at this ring again. We got 16 fire and lightning, that's 32. We got additional 9 to all elemental resist, that's total of roughly 60, and we have 22 fire resist, that's total of roughly 80. Okay, so we're going to be putting this ring, we're going to be resetting the search, which is also important because it brings up the currency market. So if the currency market is gone, you now know that you need to simply reset it. And we're going to go ring, and since our rings has about total elemental resist, and since our ring has about 83 total elemental resist, we're going to put in 75, because again we don't want to be too strict with our search. When it comes to maximum life, it has 30, but it's kind of irrelevant because, well, again, we're going to be selling it for somebody that runs some energy shield build, which is kind of like off the meta, but still a lot of people every once in a while try to build something around it. So this ring is still very good for them. So we're going to be looking at not increase, but 2 energy shield, or 2 maximum energy shield. Okay, 2 maximum energy shield. Okay, the wording is very important because increase to energy shield is a percentage value, and you can get that on amulets. You cannot get that on rings anymore, but 2 maximum is a flat value, and that's exactly what we have on our ring here, right? So 2 maximum energy shield. And our ring has 47. I'm going to put in 42. even 44. But yeah, let's put in 42 for now. And then there's another value that's very important here: physical damage to attacks. It rolled pretty well. Dexterity, right? So we're gonna put those things here to dex. I'm gonna put in 30, and also adds 8 to 5 is damage to attack. So we're gonna put in adds physical damage to attacks. That's how you put it in. Okay, hashtag do hashtag search, and we'll see that. Okay, so there's a bunch of rings that are similar to ours. The physical damage value is kind of low on this one. Another one, physical damage value, that's kind of low. Here's where it starts to get a little bit higher. This is my ring right here. And also, if you wonder, on POE.trade you'll see yellow tag names if the person is level 100 or has a level 100. Since I have one, I get a yellow tag. That's pretty cool. So this ring, in fact, with this value is priced kind of okay. It's just that nobody really plays energy shield builds. But if there is somebody that plays energy shield builds, he's going to be looking at this ring. It's like 10 chaos. He's going to be looking at this ring. It's like 13 chaos. And, well, I got significantly more physical damage to attacks than this guy. Slightly less dexterity. 98 total resist. I got 81 total resist. So I guess I could drop the price of this ring for like about 10 to be competitive with this guy. But yeah, I found this ring yesterday, basically. And there's another one here for 16, another one for 55 for some reason. There's absolutely no reason to put this ring for 55, I think. But then, you know, there's a couple, basically that's all there is. Not too many results, right? But that's all there is. I posted mine for about 13. There's like very lack of variety here, very lack of, you know, but that's what we have, you know. Yeah, we can drop a little bit of the resist, a little bit of the energy shield to try and get more results, but we kind of get the idea. Okay, so I can post this even for like 9 chaos, try and sell it quickly, and yeah. So what I wanted to highlight here is basically two things. Leave certain stats blank, because this physical damage roll, where did I put it here? I mean, it's typically pretty high. You don't want to put in too many values. You just kind of want to see what's out there. Give a little spare room when it comes to your resistances when you're searching. We had like 82, 83, I don't know, 81 total elemental resist. Give a couple of % down and see what's out there, what's similar to yours, and also the total elemental resist. Don't be, okay, my ring has fire 22, so I'm going to be searching for fire resist 20, because you saw how many results are out there for similars. If we were to look something like that, we probably won't find any results at all. Okay, so that was for price checking. Now let's talk about currencies. When it comes to currencies, there is a bunch of them. That's correct. But the main currency in this game is Chaos Orbs. If you play Diablo 2, Chaos Orbs are the standard currency. It's basically like the Istrunes in Diablo 2. So everything gets converted to and from Chaos Orbs. So basically here we got this tool, the POE.trade currency market, and we're going to be wanting to, you know, trade things and move things around with Chaos Orbs. So let's say I want to show you, let's say what happens when you want a fusing orb or orbs, and you got chaos. Okay, so you're gonna tag these and you're gonna hit search. Okay, here you can see the third guy. It's going to be kind of maybe easier to show, but like, yeah, the third guy, he will sell you 21 fusing orbs for 10 chaos orbs. Okay, and this guy as well will sell you essentially 10 chaos for 21 fusing. 10 21 10 21. This is the same ratio, right? 10 21 42 to 20. Now let's look at it the other way around. Let's say you want chaos and you're selling fusing orbs. So the ratio is not going to be anymore 10 21. Okay, it's going to be slightly different. See, 2.12, 2.12, 2.12, 2.12, and then 2.14. Why is that? Because that's economy. The difference is when you want to buy something and when you want to sell something, there are going to be differences between the two currency types. Okay, so it's something that you gotta account for, and that's how a lot of currency flippers, you know, they flip the currency all the time, and that this kind of like gray area between the want this and have chaos, or want chaos and have this, you know, the difference, this is where it comes into place. The ratio is not going to be exactly, you know, 21 to 10. It's going to be slightly in favor of the person. See, because for his 50 chaos, this buyer of fusing is going to get more fusing. See, it's 106 that he's going to get, whereas 10 to 21 would only give him 105 on the other side, right? So that one fusing is basically the profit of the seller or the buyer, depends like what. Yeah, he sells chaos and he buys the fusing, so that is going to be his profit. What do we understand from this little market or, you know, lesson, economy lesson? That it is always, when we need something, it is always better to search the other way around. Okay? And here we got a little tool that's called Manage Your Shop, and we're going to get back to that small little lesson. I'm going to explain. So Manage Your Shop, there is the Harbinger League, and then you can then post things on POE.trade currency. You can tell that you would like to give chaos, how many of them, 10 for 21 fusing orbs, okay, for example. And then when we'll be searching for orb of fusing, okay, if we're gonna save and bump this, which is probably not a good idea, because people are gonna start whispering me maybe, but basically if we're gonna save it, bump this, everyone that wants chaos and have fusing are going to, okay, what do you want? Chaos. What do you have? Fusing. Now I'm going to be showing up here as the first person because I give the best deal, right? And people are going to contact me and they're going to tell me, hey, Moses, what's up? I want to buy your 10 chaos for your 21 fusing. Okay? I'm showing up first here because, yeah, again, it was for the sake of the example. But this is something you can use. So I'm gonna remove this real quickly. Okay, to be able to manage your shop and to be able to get into this window, you have to do a little bit, like you just basically have to follow the instructions. You have to log into your account, and then you have to send an email. The first time you do it, they're going to give you like an email. You have to send it. It's like, yeah, something that you just do, and then they link your POE account to you know, to POE.trade basically, and then they know who you are, and then when you tag a premium stash tab, you know, when you tag certain items, they know who it belongs to, and then they post it in basically your username, right? So yeah. Okay, so let's say you need chaos. Let's say you have jeweler orbs. Okay, so you can do, I want chaos, I have jeweler orbs, but like we spoke before, you're going to be losing a little bit on this value. You can do it. You can give this guy 173 jeweler orbs and he's going to give you 20 chaos. There's nothing wrong in that. If you need chaos right now, that's what you're going to do. Okay, because this guy offers you the best deal, so you're going to be contacting him and you're going to tell him, yo, I got 1,038 jeweler orbs, please give me your 120. You're gonna copy, you know, copy Control C and then Control V in game. Okay, and this guy's gonna invite you, you're gonna be trading. But the better way to sell your jewelers that will give you more chaos is to think about it in advance, not when you're, you know, on the you have to have chaos right now for your maps and you simply have 0 and you cannot run your maps because you don't have chaos, right? The better way would be to think about it in advance, to be like, okay, I'm going to be running out of chaos pretty soon, so it is better if I set up something in the shop. Okay, so then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking the other way around. Instead of being the guy that needs, you're going to be the guy that sells to the guy that needs. But you need the chaos, right? And you're going to be looking at what jeweler buyers are going to be paying for their chaos. So you're going to be like, okay, let's search and let's see. How much do these jewelers sell for in terms of chaos? There are people that need jeweler orbs and they don't have the patience, so you're going to take advantage of that, right? Because you planned a little bit in advance and you saw that you're running out of chaos, but you don't want to go and give the advantage to the seller, right? Because then you're going to be losing on some currency. So what you're going to do is you'll see what jewelers go for in terms of chaos. So people that want jewelers, what do they pay? And here you're going to see that we got pretty much the same ratio. It's 10 to 85. Okay, 10 to 85, if we multiply that by 2, we're going to reach 170 to 20. Okay, so in order to be competitive with the rest of these guys, and you see 10 to 85, 10 to 85, it's the same ratio. Everybody here has the same ratio. Look, it's exactly identical. Why? Because sorry, because nobody wants to lose value on their jewelers. So it's 10 to 170, right? And if we look the other way around, okay, again, if you want chaos for jewelers, we're going to see that it's 10 to 88 or 173 to 20. So there's 3 jeweler orbs right here that you're going to be losing, because you're going to give this guy, if you be searching for chaos, you're going to give him 3 jeweler orbs for free every 20 chaos he gives you. And when we're talking about large quantities, this is only 1,000, you know, it's not a big deal. But when we're talking about large quantities, and if we're talking about your overall habits over time, because you'll be doing this, you know, you're gonna mess around with currency pretty much on the regular, you know, you play the game, every once in a while you get stuck without chaos, and you won't need your regrets. That's why I don't have regrets, right? Because I sell them. I don't really need them for my character right now. You know, you'll be stuck without, I don't know, certain currencies. Whenever you convert, there's always going to be this little gap that you're going to give to the seller for free. So why do that? Just plan a little bit ahead. Notice that you're running out of chaos and that you don't want to be, hey, I need chaos, I want jewelers. So what you're going to do is you're going to manage your shop, Harbinger, and you'll be, okay, I will give you 170 jeweler orbs, you'll give me 20 chaos. And that way, you're selling your jewelers, you're getting your chaos, but you're not losing the value of that little 3. Now, again, it sounds like jeweler orbs. Okay, so you'll be putting in jeweler orbs. What are you gonna get is chaos orbs, and then you're gonna save and bump. I hope that taught you something. I know this video was pretty long, but those are pretty important lessons that you need to kind of like apply in order to not lose value, because there's a lot of currencies and it can get a little bit confusing, especially if you're a new player to the game. You always want to search the other way of what you need, and then you post it in your shop, like just like we shown in this example with the jeweler orbs. Again, with harbinger orbs, with any other currency that you have, divine orbs, there's always going to be a difference that benefits the seller, not you. Well, or the buyer. It depends on, you know, it goes both ways. Either way, that was POE.trade. Long video, but I hope it gives you the tools, and I hope you understand a little bit more now how to manage your currency and how to price check your items. Unfortunately, I cannot price check items on stream, so don't ask me because I just won't do it. I'm sorry, but do it yourself. Learn, improve. In a couple of weeks you'll be able to do it yourself without any problems at all. Thanks for watching. See you guys on stream.